Microsoft Word has its own diagramming tools built right in. It's called SmartArt, and it's called Smart because as you add content to your diagram, it'll automatically adjust itself to automatically fit text, for example, and position itself correctly on the page. We're going to explore SmartArt now using this document called NO Sport. We'll just click anywhere below the Executive Team heading, and then we'll go to the Insert tab on the ribbon. From here in the Illustration section, you'll find SmartArt. As you hover over it, you see a brief description here of what a SmartArt graphic is used to do, visually communicate information. So when we click this, you'll see there are a number of categories down the left-hand side. With all selected, we're going to see all of the various drawings you can create, and it's quite a long list. If you want to focus in on specific categories, just click them down the left-hand pane. For example, if you want to look at lists, block lists, for example, to show non-sequential or grouped blocks of information. As you click these icons or thumbnails, you'll notice a description of it over on the right-hand side, and when you find what you're looking for, you click OK. There are processes, cycles, hierarchies. That's going to be useful for our particular document, a way to show relationships in various ways. There's something called matrix, and there are a few matrix options here to choose from as well. You can show relationships using these as well as the relationship category. Pyramids, pictures is kind of cool, where if you were to select one of these, you could actually show ideas and so on, but use pictures inside as well. And you can also go to office.com to get more. Let's go to hierarchy here. And as we click the first one, we see an organization chart over here on the right-hand side to show information or reporting relationships in an organization. And as we click on the various options here, you'll see variations. Here's one where we could use the picture of each person inside the rectangle where their name and title might be displayed. So there are a number of different options. And as you click them, you get to know a little bit about them until you realize this is the one you want. Let's go to this third one here, which is name and title organization chart. We'll click OK. Now, as you can see, it automatically fits the margins on the left and the right. You're given a preset list of boxes, including one at the top, looks like something for an assistant, and then some subordinates. And of course, we can add to this, including the content that will appear inside the boxes. Right now, this first one is selected. You can see the handles around the outside. All we have to do is click inside and type in a name. I'm going to type in my own name. You can type in yours. Now, obviously, it's too big to fit in the box. When I hit the space and start typing my last name, notice what happens. Not only does it adjust the font size and put it on 2 lines, but every box below is also adjusted as well. So it's going to have a consistent look. That's the smart part of SmartArt. Now we can click inside the title area here where the title goes, give it a double click, and let's type in CEO. All right, now if we do have an assistant, we click in that next box. I'm going to type in a name here. You can type in the same name or a name of your choice. And in here, we'll just double click to type in assistant. Notice the formatting is consistent across all of the boxes in our SmartArt drawing. Let's add one more. And in this case, these are subordinates. I'm going to type in VP Finance. And we can continue with the other boxes as well. And of course, if we wanted to add any, we have that ability as well. Let's go up to the top one where I have my own name selected. Notice here on the ribbon, we have Design and Format tabs showing up under Smart Tools. So over here on the left-hand side for creating graphics, we can add additional shapes. Add a shape after, before, below, or add an assistant. So if we had 2 assistants, we could do that easily. So with the top box selected, we can add a shape below. And now we get a 4th option down here. And notice how everything has adjusted. It still fits within the parameters, but everything's shrunken down to automatically fit correctly. If we hit the delete key on the keyboard, everything readjusts again. Maybe we only have 2 direct reports to the CEO. We'll hit delete again to delete one more, and you can see everything is adjusting itself nicely. We'll click inside the box where we see empty text and type in another VP here. Again, it's going to fit. We'll go down to the box below and type in VP of Sales. There we go. All right, so let's just click on the border so none of the individual boxes are selected. There's a number of other options available to us. First of all, from the Design tab here, we can go to some different looks. These are variations of the same SmartArt diagram, and as we hover over them under SmartArt styles here, you can see we get some very cool looking hierarchies, and if we click the drop down we get even more, including some with 3D rotation and so on. Kind of like that one right there. But we'll hover over a few others until we see something that really strikes our fancy. I'm going to go with this one here, I think. Brick scene. Give it a click, and it's locked in. We can also change the color scheme if we wanted to. Just click the drop down and hover over some different colors. You can see what's happening in the background. The one that's currently selected is highlighted. We can choose something different if we like. There is a scroll bar, so if there are other options you're looking for, maybe under accent 6, I like that one. Colored fill accent 6. We'll give it a click, and that looks kind of neat. So I'll just click outside the box to deselect it. You have a nice looking SmartArt graphic. Again, it's like any other graphic. When you select it, there are handles for sizing. If you did want to size the whole thing down, notice how everything continues to fit. It is what we call SmartArt. Go to the border. You can click and drag it like a normal graphic, and that's why if we try to move this right now, it's not going anywhere. Why? It's being treated like text. Let's click that little icon off to the right like we do with many other graphics we insert to check out the layout options. Sure enough, it's in line with text, so there's no text wrapping. If there's no text on our page, it can't be moved. So let's just go down to text wrapping here and choose something like top and bottom and fixed position on page. That allows us to place it exactly where we want. We'll close up the layout options, go back to the border with the 4-sided arrow. Now we can click and drag to get it nicely centered and down a little bit. Release, deselect by clicking outside, and there's our finished product. Our executive team at No Obstacle Sport.